This is Maxton with a crucial message about water conservation and our city's Drought Contingency Plan. Through the city's emergency notification system, a message was sent out notifying all residents that we had the potential for a boil water notice, and that also we were heading into stage 2 of our Drought Contingency Plan. What I want to do through this video is explain a little bit of the history of what happened and how we got to where we are today. Now currently the city of Fair Oaks Ranch is in an exceptional drought condition. This is the highest level of intensity for any drought area. This drought for our area developed rapidly over the last month. For our city water utility, we receive 50 to 55% of our water comes from Canyon Lake, and 45 to 50% of our water comes from our city's wells. In June of this year, our well water levels were at a great level, and there was no indication that we needed to head into any type of drought contingency. Since July 1st, those levels in our monitoring wells have started dropping off rapidly. And since the 1st of July, they have dropped over 20 feet. Additionally, as you may have heard, that Canyon Lake is approaching a record low level for the lake. And on July 13th, as we identified the drop in our water levels of our monitoring wells, we did implement stage 1 of our drought contingency plan. But shortly after that, as water levels in our monitoring wells continued to drop, we identified a need to go to stage 2. And the last week in July, we identified that August 1st would be the date that we would move to stage 2. Now, in providing water, there are 2 limiting factors making water available to residents. The first is the availability of water. Now, we get our water from Canyon Lake and from our city's well sites. Although they're at reduced levels right now, there is still water available that we can provide to our residents. Now, the second limiting factor is the ability to distribute water through the city's water system. We distribute on average 1.5 to 2 million gallons a day to our residents. In the summer months, that average goes up to 2 to 2.25 million gallons per day to our residents. In the period that ended on August 1st and the 24 hours prior, in that time period, we distributed over 3.5 million gallons of water. And I believe that is a record for our water utility and the amount of water we distributed in a 24-hour period. Now, this 3.5 million gallons of water in a 24-hour period came very close to exceeding our city's water system's ability to provide water. We were using water at a rate that was higher than our ability to replenish the system. Our city's public works team worked hard and did an extraordinary job in maneuvering water around the city to ensure that we avoid losing pressure and having to issue a boil water notice. If the situation had continued for even a couple more hours, the possibility of a boil water notice was imminent. Now, by coincidence, this high-use water day occurred on the same day we were to implement stage 2 of our drought contingency plan. The emergency message that went out on August 1st addressed both of these topics. The emergency message did create a lot of discussion and questions on our current water situation. I would say that the good news, due to the amount of calls and emails that I received and have been received here at City Hall, I know that that message got out to many of our residents across our city. Now, we are in a critical state of significant drought. We need to take this condition seriously and use our water with caution. Automated sprinkler systems for landscape watering are the biggest contributors to why we see a surge in water over the summer months. They can use anywhere from 500 to 1,000 gallons an hour, depending on the size of your water zones. While our ordinance allows for watering 1 day per week, based on your street address numbers, During these extreme drought conditions, we encourage everyone to prioritize water conservation. If you do continue to use your automated sprinkler systems, please limit the use to the designated hours and the specific day of the week that you are authorized to water on. Now, hand watering with a hose is a more efficient use of water, and to use that for protecting our trees, our shrubs, bushes, and any grass areas from dying off. To help monitor your water usage, the Fair Oaks Ranch water utility customers can access your water usage through the city's Aquahawk system. The system provides our hourly, daily, and monthly water usage based on your address. Now, starting August 1st, 2023, the City of Fair Oaks Ranch activated Stage 2 of our Drought Contingency Plan. This means that all residents' water accounts will incur a surcharge for water use over 15,000 gallons for the month. And for each 1,000 gallons used above the limit, you will incur a specific surcharge. The purpose of this surcharge is to promote water conservation. And in past years, we have seen that it is very effective. So please help me and conserve our water resource. By watching how we use our water wisely, we can make it through this drought condition and avoid any boil water notices. For more detailed information, or if you have any questions on the information that I've provided, please call myself, call the City Hall. We are here to assist and ensure that everyone receives the vital information to make it through this drought. Let's work together to preserve our water resources for domestic use, fire protection, and public health. And thank you for your cooperation in this crucial matter.